Hey everyone, so I'm on my new channel now. I haven't really done one of these kind of videos yet, because I'm really busy with uni and everything. But I had to do a video because obviously last night was the big return of Vampire Diaries, and boy was it worth the wait. I mean, we've waited, what, 2 months for this new episode, and I have to say, from yesterday morning, like right up until way after the episode, my whole Twitter was going mad about the episode. You know, everybody was so excited. I think it's the most excited I've seen everybody about an upcoming episode, to be honest. But it's probably to do with like a lot of what we've heard about the spoilers. So I have calmed down a little bit now, but I'm still really, really excited because obviously we had the moment we've all been waiting for. By the way, if you're watching and you haven't seen the episode, do not watch this video because it will have spoilers in. I tried so hard on my Twitter not to put any spoilers because I know there's people that follow me and that I talk to that won't have seen it yet, but I just could not contain my excitement, to be honest with you, and everybody else was kind of doing it, so I thought, you know what, let me just write what I want. So basically the main thing of the whole episode was obviously the Damon and Elena kiss. At last is all I can say. At freaking last. So many people have been moaning about, oh, it's too soon, they're rushing it, it shouldn't be yet, blah blah blah. I'm sorry, but we've waited 2.5 seasons for this, and it wasn't rushed at all. They've had so many moments where it's like they've almost kissed, or you can just sense that they just want to, but they didn't do it. And personally, I was waiting for it, so I am really happy. I'm really happy with how they did it as well, because, I mean, it would have been maybe better if it was Elena that initiated it, because again, it was Damon. But what I did like is the fact that she didn't push him away, she didn't fight it anymore, she just kind of gave into it. You could see she was holding his hands while they were kissing, and she was going into him as well, like, in terms of how they kissed. And I just thought it was so cute. You know, at last, I mean, even before they kissed, it was a really, really lovely scene, because obviously he'd just compelled Jeremy, and by the way, I'm so happy he didn't get killed off. I'm happy there's a chance he'll come back. So after he'd done that, which was a really sweet scene, and actually I did cry at that bit. That was the first time I cried in the episode. So after he'd done that, obviously they came out onto the porch, and it was just really sweet how Elena was just like, thank you, you know, at last she's thanking him and realising how much she needs him, and she, you know, said kind of, not just for what you just done, but just for always being there kind of thing. And that was just, oh, my heart melted then straight away, and I just knew that the kiss was coming. Obviously we'd heard that there was going to be a kiss, that they didn't say who it was going to be, but obviously we all kind of guessed it was going to be Damon and Elena. So it was really, really cute, and I know that, judging from my Twitter, there was a lot of people that obviously want Stefan and Elena together, and they don't like Damon and Elena at all together, and they've been, you know, really ranting and stuff. But at the end of the day, what I would say is that personally, we've had to deal with 2.5 seasons of Stefan and Elena, and they had plenty of time to, you know, have their kind of time, and now it's time for Damon to, you know, get what he wants for once, because he's always sacrificing what he wants for what everybody else wants. So, and obviously that's where he's grown, because I think season 1, you know, it might have been a different story, but obviously his character has grown so much since then, and, you know, I think it was just really, really good that for once he just did something for himself. And I think Elena was shocked by it, because afterwards she was kind of just processing, like, her facial features was just like, it was just like she was processing what happened. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens next week, in terms of how she deals with it. Like, I hope that she doesn't just kind of brush it under the carpet and act like it didn't happen, or whatever, but I do think that she's gonna, you know, there's going to be more to it than just the kiss that everybody's been waiting for. So, yeah, what was I saying about the whole Steph and Elena thing? I know there's a lot of hate because obviously everybody has different opinions, everybody likes different people. There is a massive fan base for Damon and Elena. I mean, I think, judging from what I see, we're massively, you know, I'd say we're probably like 70% and Steph and Elena fans are like 30%. But don't hate on me for that, because everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's what I always think. And obviously you see things on Twitter, and I get that obviously you're upset because we've been upset the whole, like, you know, the moments that didn't come through that we wanted to come through. So it's all fair, like, in terms of how people feel, because, you know, it just shows how passionate we are about the show and how invested we are in these characters. But all I will say is I don't want any hate on this video, or, you know, tweeting to me or anything, because I saw some people were just tweeting other people and it was just ridiculous. Like, we don't write the show, we want what we want, you want what you want, but we do not write the show, you know, so there's no need to be hating on each other. And also I think it's completely out of order for, you know, the producers to be getting like really disgusting tweets as well. I think it's so out of order, so I don't want any of that, to be honest. I just enjoy the show for what it is. They do an amazing job with the, you know, the writing, how they shoot it, and obviously the actors and actresses in it are just fantastic. So that's, you know, really what I want to say about that. But again, it was a really good episode, not just because of the Damon and Elena kiss. That was the best part for me, obviously, but I really liked how you know, they're kind of changing it up a bit, you know. I mean, the whole Tyler thing is another interesting plot. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. You know, Klaus seemed to have softened a bit, but obviously he wants his family back at the end of the day, so he's going to, again, not stop until he gets what he wants. Stefan is just all out for himself, which is a complete change, obviously, from what we're used to from the previous seasons. I kind of like now that he's got a backbone, because I always thought Stefan was lovely, romantic, sweet, but he did need a bit of a backbone, and now I feel like he's completely, like, he's just cut it off, all of it, and he's just out for himself. You know, he doesn't really care about anybody else now, and I think that was the thing that was surprising as well, when Elena was talking to him about Jeremy being, you know, in trouble and stuff like that, and he just did not care at all. So I think really, at this point in time, I think Elena has really just thought, right, Stefan's gone. I think she's kind of come round to the fact that he can't be saved, and has kind of let him go in a way. And obviously she wouldn't have let herself give in to Damon as much if she still thought that obviously her and Stefan were going to be getting back together and stuff. And I really don't know how they're going to deal with that, because I mean, people are saying it obviously her and Stefan must get back together at some point, but who says that they will? Because to be honest, at this point in time, with everything that's happened, you know, I just can't see it personally. I mean, he's done so much now to just completely, you know, it's just like he's done so much to hurt Elena now, and judging from the previews for the next episode, he does even more. And I just think, you know, he's just pushing her away, and I think at first she was willing to kind of accept that he had a past and that he had this other side to him, but now it's kind of like, you know, he's just pushing it. And I think the fact that, you know, he just doesn't seem to have any regard for her family or whatever, which is her main thing, that's just a no-no really for her. So I can't see how they're going to come back from that, to be honest. And it seems like Damon and Elena have got much more sort of sizzling chemistry, more chemistry than we ever saw from Steph and Elena, I think, throughout the whole time they were together. They was very sort of sweet and stuff, but there wasn't really any passion there, which there is with Damon and Elena. And I think also, you know, there's a growing relationship. It's not just instant like they met and they got together. It's like they've built on it for so much time, and I think that build up is what has made the story so, you know, so good for us, and why we've been so patient with it. So my Twitter again today at the minute is still going crazy. Tumblr, straight away after the episode, my whole dashboard on Tumblr was completely filled with the same gifs and the same posts and everything about the kiss. So everybody's just like on cloud 9 at the moment. You know, obviously not everybody, because some people didn't like it, but as I said, everybody has their opinions, and so I just thought it was a brilliant episode. I liked how involved Bonnie was with it as well. I think she's really going to have a key part in, you know, the rest of the season. Obviously we're going to meet her mum at some point, I think in a couple of episodes, and find out a bit about her backstory, so that's going to be interesting. And of course we've got lots more coming up. We've got a love interest for Klaus, so wonder if that'll be someone new or whether it's going to be somebody we already know. Bonnie has got that potential love interest as well, that new guy that's coming into it, which I'm quite sad about, because I did like her and Jeremy together, but obviously he's not in it at the moment, so that wouldn't be possible anyway. And we'll have to see what happens with Tyler and Caroline, or Caroline and Matt, because I don't think that's fully over. I think there still could be a chance for that. So there's lots and lots, you know, to see what happens. Obviously we're going to meet some new originals as well. Hopefully Rebecca's going to be back, because I really like her character, and I think it'll be good if her and Elena have kind of a good friendship, because they seem to be building up to one. Obviously then Elena staked her in the homecoming episode, so it's going to be interesting to see how she reacts when she comes back. But yeah, so lots to look forward to. Can't wait for next week's episode. It looks just as epic, and I really feel like it's really established now. We're really sort of, you know, getting into the juicy stuff, so it's all good really. So leave your comments below about what you thought about the episode, and again, no arguing, because I really don't like to be arguing, and I just want to know what people think, but in a, you know, positive way. So just let me know, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye.